Welcome to the Explainer. The holidays are here, and you know what that means? It's time to finally settle one of the most delicious debates of the season. Apple pie versus pumpkin pie. We're going to slice right into the nutritional facts to see which one really comes out on top.
Okay, we all have our favorite, right? But if you're trying to be just a little more mindful at the dessert table, which slice is actually the smarter choice? Let's break down the facts and find out.
All right, first up in our showdown, the protein and fiber fight. Now, these are two key nutrients that help you feel full and satisfied after a big meal, which is definitely a good thing during the holidays.
And right out of the gate, we have a clear winner in the protein department. If you want a dessert that packs a bit more of a nutritional punch, pumpkin pie is your champion here.
And what's really interesting here is just how big that difference is. A slice of pumpkin pie has about 8 grams of protein, while apple pie has only 3. That's more than double. And that big boost? It comes from the custard-style filling, which is typically made with eggs and milk.
So why does that matter? Well, more protein helps you feel satisfied, which means you might be less tempted to go back for that second slice. Though, hey, it's the holidays. No promises.
Okay, moving on to fiber, which is crucial for good digestion, and guess what? The trend continues. Once again, one pie just pulls way ahead.
And yep, here we see another decisive win for pumpkin pie. It has about 3 grams of fiber per slice. That's a whopping 3 times the amount in apple pie. So, after round 1, pumpkin pie is our clear leader. Now, let's move on to round 2, the vitamin victory. And in this round, one of these pies delivers a massive nutritional punch that might actually surprise you. Get this, a single slice of pumpkin pie can contain over half of your entire recommended daily intake of vitamin A. That is a huge amount for a dessert.
So what this really means is that pumpkin pie is one of the best food sources you can find for this key vitamin. It's great for your vision and your immune system, all packed into a delicious dessert.
But hey, let's not count apple pie out. It does have some healthy antioxidants like vitamin C and E from the apples. But the vitamins just aren't as concentrated. A slice gives you only about 2% of your daily vitamin C, though it does have a slight edge in iron.
So at this point, you might be thinking pumpkin pie is running away with the health crown, but the story takes a really interesting turn when we start talking about sugar.
And this is where our showdown gets really interesting. It challenges that common assumption that the fruit-filled apple pie would have to be the sweeter of the two.
And the winner is apple pie. Yeah, surprisingly, if you're watching your sugar intake, apple pie has the clear advantage in this round. You can see it right here. A typical slice of apple pie has about 26 grams of sugar. A slice of pumpkin pie, on the other hand, can have almost 35 grams. That's a difference of nearly 9 grams, which is more than 2 teaspoons of sugar. And to put that number in perspective, health experts recommend a daily limit of 25 to 36 grams of added sugar. This means one slice of pumpkin pie can meet or even exceed your entire recommended sugar limit for the day. So what about the two biggest players in any dessert decision? We're talking calories and fat. Which pie is going to be lighter on the scale? You might expect pumpkin pie to be lower in calories, since it only has 1 crust, while apple pie usually has 2. But ingredients like condensed milk in the pumpkin filling, they add calories, making the final count remarkably similar. In the end, both pies clock in at approximately 350 calories per slice, with a very similar fat content as well. So in this round, we have to call it a draw. All right, after 4 rounds covering protein, vitamins, sugar, and calories, it is time to look at the tail of the tape and declare a final verdict in this holiday showdown. Seeing all the numbers laid out side by side like this really gives us the complete picture. You can clearly see pumpkin pie's strengths in protein and fiber, and apple pie's advantage in having lower sugar, while calories and fat are basically neck and neck. So what's the big takeaway here? Well, the healthier pie really comes down to your personal health goals. If you're looking for a nutrient boost with more protein, fiber, and vitamin A, go for pumpkin. If your main focus is cutting back on sugar, apple pie is the winner. And of course, just remember that either pie can be enjoyed as an occasional treat.
So there you have it. While there's no single right answer, now you have the facts to make a mindful choice this holiday season. And no matter which slice you choose, the most important thing is to just savor it and enjoy the moment. Happy holidays!